there is a chapter in which you talk about raising capital as a business, right?
Yes.
And you also say that you did this some years ago. And also you mentioned that you did uh well, you raised capital for Royal Caribbean, right? And well, I would like to know more about this story and this stage of your life, specifically the Royal Caribbean part.
Well, the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line deal, Royal Caribbean is like a $10 billion company. So raising money for them was only possible because I did it years and years ago, all by myself, learning the mistakes, learning not to make the same mistakes twice. So it's like anything, people look at somebody and say, wow, you raised all that money, or you did a deal with Royal Caribbean. Well, it still took me probably almost 15 years before I did that deal of raising capital. So years ago, I was buying property. So before I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, I owned about 10 properties approximately. And after, 5 or 6, I didn't have any more money. So I thought, how can I start to use other people's money to buy property? So I thought to myself, well, first of all, I need somebody who has a job, so they have some money. And then I also need somebody who doesn't want to buy real estate on their own because they just do it themselves. And then I thought, how do I get in front of people that have money and a job and maybe interest? And the first group of people that came to mind was doctors. Doctors have money. But then I thought, okay, I can't access them. They're always really busy and you can't go see them and ask if they want to invest with you. So I started to look at what industries, what occupations had conventions. So in Canada, teachers have conventions a couple times a year. Thousands of teachers will go to a convention hall. And I started to speak at some of those and explain to people how to make passive income. And then I had a booth, okay? So as teachers would walk by, I would try to have them come and talk to me. I would get their name, their phone number, and then I'd phone them and learn how to raise capital the hard way. So I did that for 2 years, a lot of different conferences. And I made so many mistakes. But I'm glad that I did that, because for the people that are listening, even if you read my book, you're going to get some insight, but you're still going to be terrible at it. You're not going to succeed the first week, okay? Everybody makes mistakes. So what I suggest is I'd rather you make mistakes with people that don't have very much money versus going to doctors first, or your wealthy uncle. I'll use that as an example. So don't talk to your rich uncle first, because you're going to screw up. So I made a lot of mistakes talking to teachers, but I also learned a lot and I had some success. Then I went to dentist conventions and I started talking to dentists. And instead of them investing with one deal with me, they would buy 4 or 5 at once. So now I have a lot of properties. So I learned all these lessons again, and then I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. And when Robert kind of connected the dots in my mind about debt being good, that's when I started to make it a real serious business. So we raised a lot of money in Canada. We had over 5,000 investors, $150 million US dollars. And I think I got to be honest, the thing I liked the most about that business was I never sat down with one investor. I didn't have one investor sit with me one-on-one and do the paperwork up. Because again, my idea is I don't want to do all this work. I created the leads and then my team did everything else. So business and raising capital, it's really a team effort. You can't do it yourself. It wasn't just me. I had a great team of people that helped out. And what you'll learn is if you're good at raising capital, everybody's your friend. Everybody wants to phone you and say, hey, I got a good idea. Can I have some of your money? So the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line called us and they heard about us building another port in Honduras that we built. And they wanted to have some discussions to do a lot of deals, a number of deals. And this is because of the financial crisis back in 2008, 9, 10. Even a multi-billion-dollar company still had difficulties with banks. So they approached me and we built, at least at the time, I don't know if it is anymore, the world's largest cruise ship center in Falmouth, Jamaica.
What year was that?
I think we put the deal together in 2010, and then they had to build it. So maybe it was built in 2012, approximately.